Hello and welcome to North Ferriby United Radio. My name is Richard Watts. It's been a big week for North Ferriby. Away wins against Guiseley and Hucknall Town have taken them to 4th place in the league. The big games are coming up thick and fast for Ferriby, and this coming Saturday kick off 3 o'clock at Grange Lane. Ferriby welcome the league leaders Retford United. Earlier I had a chat with Ferriby manager Neil Allison. Must be absolutely delighted with the way the last week's gone with 2 cracking results away from home.
Yeah, I think if we before the 6 points we've picked up, both away from home, both against teams who are in and around where we are, it's a massive boost for us to take all 6. It's always nice to get some type of point away from home, but to take all 6 is a fantastic effort.
And without the inspirational Paul Foot in the side as well.
Yeah, he's a big influence on the team. He's a big character in the dressing room. But we've had people come in. Sam Denton's come in and filled his shoes and done a fantastic job and pretty much won us the game against Guiseley. So I think that comes down to a team spirit thing and the togetherness that the lads are showing, that people can come in and do a job when required.
And a hat-trick from Gary Bradshaw on Saturday.
Yeah, and some people may look at that and think how well he's doing, and that's a great achievement for him. It don't come as any surprise to me, Gary scoring a hat-trick, because he can pretty much do that in every game he plays if he applies himself right and he puts the same level of commitment he's been doing of late. It don't come as any surprise that he'll score a hat-trick every week, because he's good enough to. And just looking back to the Frickley game, there's a lad who scored a hat-trick who won't be well known to a lot of Ferriby supporters, Gareth Owen. Yeah, and it's a big thing, tonight we've had this discussion about the youth. You only have to look over the past 2 years, we've had 6-7 youth team players all made debuts for the first team, 2 of which are current first team regulars at this moment in time. So without the youth team, everyone's aspiring to get to play, on Church Road, and without the youth team, they've got to have something to aim for. So it's a big thing for the club to keep afloat for all the youth sides, which at the end of the day fuels the first team.
And I thought particularly Peter Davison came of age in those FA Trophy games against Gainsborough.
Fantastic. I've got nothing but admiration for Pete. I've overlooked him at times, and I've had conversations with him about it, and he's really come in and shown what a good player. And it always worried me with his physical aspect of his game, but it's not caused him an issue, and he's been fantastic with it, and he's been pretty much one of the most consistent players since he joined the team.
And just looking forward to Saturday, should be an absolutely cracking game against a team at the top of the league. Yeah,
it will. Always going to be a tough, big physical side, Retford. Probably along the lines of what Eastwood were last year. Like to get it on you directly. But we've coped against that in the past. We've coped against teams who are direct. There's a lot of teams like that in the league. As much as we can go about our own business and play our own game, it's there for a great game. It's a great spectacle. Whole city away from home. It'd be nice just before Christmas to try and get as many people down as we can.
Yeah, it certainly quite amazes me that you've got football of this standard being played, but you can't get 200 through the gate.
It is. It's beyond me. I'm not the only one to say that. I don't know why it is. If you're looking at a football point of view, we're pretty much the next thing after Hull City, and we're trying to keep our side of the bargain up, if you like, by achieving at this moment in time. And if somebody wants to see a good game, then should get down here on Saturday.
And the league looks to be completely wide open. Boston United losing at the weekend.
It's a strange league this year. Obviously, these teams dropped out. There's teams underachieving. It is wide open, and I think it's there for anybody to go and grab. And I think the most consistent team, with a bit of luck, might just go on and potentially win it.
And just looking a bit further forward, on New Year's Day there's Bradford down here, one of the high flyers as well.
Another big club, with respect to the division and the resource that they've got. It's another big club, and it's another great game for us to go and win or get something from where people not really expect us to.
Yeah. Thanks very much.
All right.
On Saturday, Ferriby skipper Paul Foot's available again after serving his suspension. Sam Denton's deputised capably for him in the last 2 matches, but I expect Denton will be the one who's unlucky and left out, as Chapman and Foot form the central defensive partnership. Colin Hunter's a long-term injury, so Mark Whitehouse should continue to deputise on the left-hand side. Ben Morley is still out of action through injury. Ben Turner's loan spell from Mansfield's been extended by another month, so he should continue at left back. And I'd expect Ferriby to line up Wilson in goal, Matthews, Foot, Chapman and Turner at the back, Cook, Boulder, Peter Davison, Whitehouse and Fry in midfield, with Gary Bradshaw up front. Retford will be tough opponents. They've got a great away record that's taken them to the top of the league, and they were mightily impressive last Saturday when they beat FC Manchester 4-2 at Manchester. They'd taken a 3-0 lead in the first half hour and effectively wrapped up the game. Their attacks led by the Barbadian international Harvey, who looked a real handful when the match against Ferriby was played down at Lincoln. But there's no reason why Ferriby can't maintain their existing level of form that they can't take something from the match. On Boxing Day, Ferriby travel to second bottom Ossett, but you can't take the points for granted in this league where there's been numerous surprise results, and Ossett will be a tough task, but again you'd expect Ferriby to have too much for them. Then another massive game at Grange Lane on New Year's Day, when Bradford Park Avenue are the visitors for a 3 o'clock kick-off. Bradford are the form team at the moment. They've won 8 of the last 9 matches, and it should be an absolutely terrific game. Last season's game against Bradford at Ferriby was a real thriller, cracking game of football, 2-2 draw, and there's no reason why this season it shouldn't be the same. Again, if Ferriby can get something from the game, and there's no reason why not, it'll be a terrific result. So there's plenty to look forward to. North Ferriby United Radio will be covering both the Retford and the Bradford games.